But what's important to people, though, is what it means to them in their lives. What are her values, her vision, her knowledge and judgment, her plan for the future? How does that connect with people in terms of their lives? And when you hear all this back and forth and who said and this or that, if you're a person, a normal, average person in our country, like, what does that mean to me? What does that mean to my ability to make a living, educate my children, own a home, retire in with dignity? And that's our House democratic security, secure our economy, secure our country, secure our democracy by getting rid of money in politics. So that addressing some of the concerns people have. She is, I just say, throw away the speeches, throw away the teleprompter, go out there, be Hillary. She has it within her. She's dedicated her life to this, to children, as you mentioned. But when you talk about children, you talk about their health, their education, their well-being, but the economic security of their family, the environment in which they live, and a world at peace in which they can thrive. And nobody does it better than Hillary Clinton to make that case.
You know, speaking about normal, average people and their concerns and the concerns that affect their lives, I think a lot of people wonder why when something like Zika arrives, a health emergency, that there seems to be such difficulty in the Congress of getting more money for more Zika virus to deal with the emergency. And they wonder, you know, what is the problem? What is the real problem? What is going on here?
Well, as you know, President Obama in February, on the basis of science and evidence and data, asked for $1.9 billion for the Zika virus, to fight the Zika virus, whether it's through research for a vaccine or vector control prevention, all of that. It's just a philosophical difference between Democrats and Republicans in the Congress. They would not pay for the money and put up the money, A. And B, the Zika virus, it's a terrible thing, and because it is so sexually transmitted. And they have said, no matter what we do, we're not going to have contraception as part of our...
So the opposition is basically they don't want to fund it, or it's cost too much?
Both. It's both. See, when you have an emergency, and Joe knows this from where they're, whether it was a natural disaster, whatever, when you have an emergency, you immediately have an emergency spending bill. And it is not paid. You don't have to say, well, how are we going to pay for it when we have a natural disaster, as we have now in Louisiana. So they made a departure from what would be the normal, regular order, which is, let's just do it. Instead, they said, well, take the money from Ebola, which eventually the NIH had to do because there was no money. So